The different form of Mass.
Low Mass, a Mass that is entirely read or spoken by the celebrant. No parts of the Mass are chanted or sung, but hymns may be sung by the congregation and by their choir. The celebrant may even lead the singing of the hymns. Sometimes music may be played softly during certain parts of the Mass.
High Mass, a Mass that has some of its parts chanted or sung by the celebrant, which include some parts that are sung responsorially between the celebrant and the congregation or the choir.
Solemn Mass, a Mass that is a High Mass one in which certain parts are sung by the celebrant, at which there are assistants to the celebrant. An assistant stands at each side of the celebrant throughout the Mass, and each one is assigned specific duties.
Votive Mass or Mass of special intention, a Mass that is offered at the request of an individual or a group for a special purpose. It may be celebrated as a low, high, or solemn Mass. The 4 common types of votive Masses are:
Mass of supplication or entreaty, when a humble petition, earnest request, or urgent solicitation is made to God through Christ in the context of the Holy Mass. A common Mass of this type is the Mass for health, when prayers are offered for the healing of individuals. A Mass of grace may be offered.
Requiem Mass or Mass for the dead, when any or all of the faithful who are dead are remembered and prayers are offered in the hope that their souls will pass from this life to eternal life in God's heavenly kingdom through Christ in the context of the Holy Mass. A Requiem Mass may be a funeral Mass.
Mass of Thanksgiving, when gratitude is expressed to God or divine goodness is publicly acknowledged, or celebrated through Christ in the context of the Holy Mass. Common Masses of this type are offered on wedding anniversaries, church anniversaries, anniversaries of ordination, etc.
Nuptial Mass or Wedding Mass, when a man and a woman are united in the sacrament of matrimony in the context of the Holy Mass. The word nuptial is derived from the Latin language, which means wedding or marriage in the general sense and taken from the literal sense, to cover, to veil.
The last 3 types of Masses are the Vigil Mass, Pontifical Mass, and Concelebrated Mass. The first one is designated by the time of day that it is celebrated, the latter to by who offers or celebrates the Mass.
Vigil Mass, a Mass that is offered during the evening or the night before the Sabbath or a major holy day. In the Holy Bible, the Jews reckon that each new day begins at sundown, so that the observance of the Sabbath on Saturday, the 7th day of the week, begins at sundown on Friday.
Pontifical Mass, a Mass that is celebrated by a bishop. The word pontiff is derived from the Latin language and is commonly defined as bishop, which is a word derived from the Greek word episkopos. Therefore, pontifical and episcopal both mean of or relating to a bishop.
Concelebrated Mass, on special occasions, the Holy Mass may be celebrated by more than one bishop, by more than one priest, or by bishops and priests together. The Mass is then said to be concelebrated. The concelebrants speak aloud, and together the words of consecration over the bread and wine.
Special shout out to friends Orellano Santiago. Please subscribe to them.